click on this run button and enter how many number. So we need 3 iterations, so enter 3. Now if I enter, it should give me the result as 20, right? So let's enter and you can get the same result 20. Today we will create another series calculations program in Java where our problem statement is that create a program to print the sum of the following series. So this is a series, so we have to find out or we have to print the sum of this series where the length of the series will be inputted by user. Okay, so this is basically 1 into 2, then plus 2 into 3, then plus 3 into 4, then plus 4 into 5, and it will be going on till our expectations or user expectations number match. Okay, so if you check this series, first we have to understand or first we have to find out the clue. So here you can see in the first set it says 1 into 2, then in second set it says 2 into 3, then in third sets it 3 into 4 and so on. So first set it is first number means, let's say I is 1 or iterations in 1, then 1 into 1 plus 1, that is basically 2. Then in second step, that is basically iterations 2 if we collect. So in iterations 2, that's mean 2 into 2 plus 1, that is basically 3. So then the third step it is 3, then 3 plus 1 is 4. So basically the iterations number into its next number, iterations number into its next number, iterations number into its next number, and this way each set is going on, and finally we have to calculate the summations of each sets. So if we check this in a flow, then it will be look like this. So again our program start here, then we have to collect how many number or how many time we have to calculate the set of or the summations of that series. Then we will set a variable sum that will be initial value with 0. Then our iterations or our for loop start here with I initial value 1, and it will check the condition I less than equal to n. If yes, then it will go here, and if again we check this, so that is basically I then into the next number, that is basically I plus 1, I then I plus 1, and we have to calculate the summations. So the logic is something like that. Sum is equal to sum means previous value mean, let's say we have calculated this, then this previous value plus I into I plus 1. So if you check this, sum is equal to sum plus I into I plus 1, I into I plus 1, I into I plus 1. Then it will increment I value and it will go for the next iterations, again check the conditions. If condition true, it will again calculate the sum and again reiterate this one till these conditions gets true, and once it gets false, so it will exit from this loop, and finally it will print the calculated sum and stop the program. Now let's check it with some value in Excel, then we will go in Eclipse to create this program. So let's say user enter a number 3, that is basically n, then it will go for the iterations. It's check I is first time 1 less than equal to 3, yes, so this is my iterations 1. Then in this iterations 1 it will calculate the sum. So previously sum value or very initial phase sum value is 0, so sum is equal to 0 plus I means this is my first iterations 1, so I into I plus 1, I plus 1 means 2, so 1 into 2, that is basically 2, so 0 plus 2, that is nothing but 2. So first time or first iteration sum is calculated as 2, then it will increment the value 1 plus I, that is basically now I is 2, so it will go again for the next iteration, check the conditions, is 2 less than equal to 3, yes, so it will execute or it will go for the second iterations, and in this second iteration our sum previously set as 2, so sum is equal to then 2 plus, now I is 2, so 2 into 2 plus 1, that is basically 3, so that's mean 2 into 3 is 6, so 6 plus previous value of sum is 2, 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. So now my sum is calculated as 8, and it will increment this I again. Now my I is 3, it will go here again. So is 3 less than equal to 3? Yes. So it will then go for the next iteration, that is my third iterations, and it will check sum. So previous value is 8, then sum plus I means of my third iterations means 3 into 3 plus 1, that is 4. So 3 into 4, that is 12, plus 8, that is equal to 20. Now it will go for next iterations by increment the I value with 4. So if it's 4, then it will check is 4 less than equal to 3? No. So that's mean it will go for the next part, and then it will print the sum. So what is my sum value? Sum value is now set as 20. So it will print the value as 20. Now let's do the same example in Eclipse and check for these 3 iterations the value is coming as 20 or not. Now open your Eclipse. I have already opened, and series demo 4 is my class name under the same package com.demo.series, and this is my main method. Just double click here for wider view. Now what is our aim? Our aim is to create a program so that it will create summations of this type of series. Okay, so if I go to this flow, so I have to create two variable, one is n and one is sum, and sum with initial value 0. So let's create two variable n and sum. Now my variable is ready. Now if I go the flow again, so I have to collect the n value from user. So I have to create a statement so that user can understand what he has to do. So create a system.out.println statement and give a message, enter how many number. Now where we have to collect that? Under n variable, and definitely to take the value from the input we have to take the help of scanner class. So create an instance of scanner class here. So my scanner class instance sc is ready. Just import the package. So once you import the package, then using the help of this scanner class instance, try to collect the value under n variable. So n is equal to sc dot, as this is a integer, so we will use next in, then semicolon. So save this file using Ctrl S. Now my scanner class instance or my scanner class part is done. So I have to close the scanner class instance as per best practice using sc.close method. So once this is done, then save this file using Ctrl S and go to the flow again. Now check. Now my for loop start here with I is equal to 1. Okay, so create a for loop in your Eclipse. So this is my for loop. Int I is equal to 1, I less than equal to n, I plus plus. Now your for loop start here and end here. Now save it using again Control S and go to the flow again. Now here I have to create a statement like this: sum is equal to sum plus I into I plus 1. So make this statement under for loop. So it is sum equal to sum, then plus, and under that I have to create I into I plus 1. So let's make it like this: I into under bracket I can calculate I plus 1. So if you check this statement or this logic, this is same like this: sum is equal to sum plus I into I plus 1, sum is equal to sum plus I into I plus 1. Now save it using Control S. Now my for loop is ready. Now if you check here, once your for loop is done and it exit from this for loop, it should print the sum value or sum variable, the value that is collected under sum variable, that need to be print here. So just outside of this for loop, create a system.out.println statement and make a value or statement like sum equal to, and what we have to print, the value that is collected under the sum variable, so plus this. So now our program is ready. Just save it using Control S, double click here. Now let's check the same example that we discussed, that for 3 iteration the summation should be 20. So once you save this program, just click on this run button and enter how many number. So we need 3 iterations, so enter 3. Now if I enter, it should give me the result as 20, right? So let's enter and you can get the same result 20, that is basically expected. Similar way, if you go for this program and if you check the flow or the statement, show whatever the number user want, that will be set using this type of series, and finally you will get the calculated summations value. Now let's run it again with some another value. Let's say 10. If I enter here, so you can get the summations is 440. So you can check the same series with 10 value and you will get the exact result as 440. So this way you can create this type of series example. So every time for any type of series example, you have to first find out the clue, then if you get the clue you have to find out the logic, and then you can create your flowchart and also your program like this way. I believe this video has helped you to understand about the topic. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, click on the bell notifications and select all so that you don't miss any video from this channel.